Yes. Now, when we talk about that be active, then that contributes towards one's well-being. How? So, let's have a small exercise like how active you are in your life. How active you are in your life. This is a very small question, silly questions, but that will bring out, if you write 5-10 lines about, that means that will reflect how engaged you are, how busy you are, what kind of responsibilities you have. You are not going blank. So, people often say, you know, there is a famous saying in Hindi language in India that काम करने वाला बंदा कभी नहीं थकता, जो काम नहीं करता वो जल्दी थकता है. You know, a man who does not work gets easily exhausted than a person who works continuously. Why? Because you do not know how to spend your time. So, that is why you feel frustrated, restlessness. Oh my God! So, I have sitting alone without any job since 5 to now 9 to 5. So, that is a big tension in human life. But a person who starts working normally, you know, you get up in the morning, gone for a morning walk, then after morning walk you come back, then you get fresh, have your breakfast, then start for your office. So, you know, you have a sequence of activities, to do. Then when you go for office, then the moment you enter into the office, again, you know, you have a list of jobs to carry out. But I have seen people say, oh my God, I have so many jobs, I do not have time to go for a walk. I have seen, you know, many professors here, you know, at the very early age they experience stroke. Do you know what I mean by stroke? You know, cardiac arrest. Even recently I came to know that a person, assistant professor or associate professor, at the age of 38, he was walking downstairs, he fell down and came to know he experienced a stroke. Just mere doing your office work, concentrating one side of life and neglecting the rest of life does not bring one's happiness and life. You have to maintain a balance. See, your physical fitness is related to your mental fitness, and this mental fitness also related to your social fitness. If you are doing well mentally, you can function in the society very well, you know. So, that is why, you know, being active does not mean only active in your office work. How active in your family life? Are you giving time to your children? Are you giving time to your wife? Are you giving time to your parents? Are you giving time to your relatives? Are you giving time to your friends and colleagues? Because in office, the moment you enter, you have only jobs. When your colleagues ask you, let's go for a tea, no, I have a lot of jobs, please spare me. So, actually, you know, in the process, you are actually not performing jobs, you are performing tensions. So, that is why where we are going to lose our well-being factors. So, be active, just be normal, do your usual activities. Morning you get up, go for walk, come back, take bath and have breakfast, then go office. So, do not take everything so seriously that dominates your life, creating stress and tension, and take notice. Yes, you should be aware of what is happening. Are things happening your sides, or it is diverting from your goals and targets? That is very important. And keep learning. Learning is a continuous process. One should not say, oh, this was my target, I had to complete my projects, I finished, it is all about my life. No, that is not. The moment you stop learning, that means you stopping the door for your personal growth and development. And you know, and a limited learning, there will be a point of time that will stop you functioning well, but a continuous updating of knowledge will keep you resonant and vibrant, knowledge wise, you know, convincing others, expanding your horizon, expanding your awareness what is happening in your areas and other areas. So, yes, then give back when somebody is helping you. This is your moral responsibility. You also give it back to yours. Like say for example, simple parents. What is gratitude? Even expressing a word of thanks is also called give back. You cannot help them by paying money to your parents. You cannot make them happy. If you say that I am indebted to you for whatever you have done for me, that's enough for them. So that is how connecting people in an organization, in office, in leisure. That is also another dimensions of what you call restoring one's well-being. So mental capital relates to your resilience, self-esteem, cognitive capacity, and what we call the emotional well-being, or otherwise what we call emotional intelligence. So these are five important dimensions like resilience, self-esteem, cognitive capacity, and what we call the emotional intelligence. These are what we call the important mental capital. If that can be encased properly, one would enjoy endless well-being. So that is in a nutshell we talk about well-being, but there are many other ways that if one practice everyday life possibly can enhance the level of well-being. These are some of the techniques I would like to recommend for everyone, whether students, whether as a teacher or a counselor or a player, a sportsman, everybody. There are some life enhancement strategies. These are called life enhancement strategies. Say for example, how love, work and play, can be source of one's well-being. People often say that, oh, I am less interested in sports and games, but you do not know, by making fun of others, mixing with others, sharing your ideas with others, you never know that 50% of stress or tension releases at your sports ground. So that mixing with others, sports and games brings mixing with others, working together with others. People, those who isolate themselves, no, I don't want others to disturb me in my work. There are people, they are very particular, but in the process, if something going wrong and you are not able to solve the problems, so what will happen? Because by that time you are alone. So that's why teamwork always succeeds faster than individual work, because in team collective responsibility is there, collective intelligence is available. So that facilitates your work and performance. Attitude of love, affection and appreciations, that creates milestone for living, because when you express love, affections and appreciations towards others feel very positive about you, and that creates millions of love, millions of bliss, and you feel, oh my God, I am very, very happy that I have got a couple of good people around me who are there to die for me, to help me, and they are ready to sacrifice anything for me. We have seen in movies, recently one movie released, I don't know, that Amitabh Bachchan also played a role, very big role, that is related to independent boys and girls, they are going for parties. Pink, yes, Pink, but see how their friends, they are fighting for each other, they helping each other to fight the odds. So that shows, because you have cherished those moments of friendship, love with each others, then practice more emotional words while you communicate with your friends and family. Like parents says, you are the only one in my life, you are the only son of ours, there is nobody, you are only daughter for us, you are the only hope. So this kind of emotional word, that creates lots of expectations, unending, unlimited hopes. So that creates people life for longer, and that enhances your possibility of living, and that is what called all about well-being. Well-being always creates scope for living. Set new goals to promote your relationship, how you can build better relationship. That is why I used to tell students, you can be a very friendly, person, but you may not have good friends. So that's why some people have large number of friends, some people have few good friends, but there are people who says, I have only one best friend. So why people create best friends? And they prioritize the relationship. That shows the level of their closeness, their level of intimacy. Some people say, oh, sir, we are very intimate friends, we can die for each other. So that should be, that's then you can realize that yes, you have cherished your friendship. Cherishing friendship for lifetime is very important in one's well-being, and therefore you should set new goals to promote your friendship. So new goals means there are many ways of creating friends. You can ask, let's go for a cup of tea. Then next level, when you get close, why not go for lunch? Let's go for lunch. Then next time invite for celebration of your birthday. So this is how you keep on setting goals. And then in organizations, close friends, they celebrate their anniversary, say you can say birthday or marriage anniversary, etc., etc. Even job anniversary also. The day they join, they are so elated, they celebrate going to parties. Then share the emotional connection with co-workers and classmates. You can decide a day where you can cherish, where you can enjoy your work. Like in MNCs nowadays, it is a trend that every weekend they can go for party. So that creates a sense of closeness. We are working together, like the movie Hum Saath Saath Hai. So you all are together, we can achieve our team goals. So that is how in organizational affairs we can relate, we can build up our emotional connection with co-workers, or even in classmates. While I used to ask students, in this semester there is one HSS Humanities students who was not getting a group to perform their group activities. So then he wrote me, mail, sir, I am the only person who is struggling to find a group. That itself says that he is not able to getting along. So then suddenly I wrote a very emotional appeal to all IITians. So dear students, we all are IITians. So when you write IITians, KGPians, we all are IIT KGPians. So therefore we should help each others. There is a student is struggling to find a group for his group activity. So I expect that all of you come forward and accommodate him at least in a group. You are surprisingly, you cannot imagine. And my last line was, let's keep the KGP tempo high. So by next 2 days he was already in a group and he was performing. So that's, see, this kind of emotional appeal and connections brings people closer and creates a healthy living status. Then become a emotional storyteller, like always try to express your emotional sorrows and happiness, and that will build up better connections with people. And if you have some tragedy in life, the moment you express with your good friends, your good colleagues, your parents, sisters, like I often advise the students, the moment you feel isolated and troublesome and mentally not happy, please share with your next door colleagues or any good friends. If you are not finding any good friends, simply take leave from here, go to your parents, talk to your parents, talk to your brother, your sisters, so that they can find out reasons for your problems, the solution for your problems. And that is why more you isolate yourself, more depression will prevail upon you. So the moment you express your emotional tragedies or sorrows, maybe like the way we see in Titanic movies, and after telling the whole story, at the end of this, the old lady and cries in such a way, few drop of waters come out of his eyes, and then he will so elated and satisfied, and people sitting so mindfully to the stories and starts clapping. What a great story! And that is where she derives sense of satisfaction. And the moment you feel satisfied, all the sorrows goes out of you. Then you forget, oh my God, go all these, let this all sorrow go to hell, now I am happy. So, that is the benefit of becoming a emotional storyteller in one's life. Anybody, in family, in school, in organizations, even in organization, leaders speak out their success stories, even their trouble stories also. Even I have seen when I was interacting with naval officers, he talked about when during one war, the captain of the ship, they lost around hundreds of soldiers. They fought for the country, but they died. And out of his emotional involvement, he said, all of my soldiers, they fought for me. I could have been also killed by my enemy, but they supported me. And even it is also reflected in Titanic movie, when people were dying. One of the traveler, in one of the tourists in that ship, he started to jump, because that boat was meant for ladies, but a gents started to jump. And many people also, out of a hurry, many people also jumped here and there. Then one of the naval officers, he started firing blank. Then he started, I think I won somebody, but thereafter he realized, oh my God, I am here to bring them to the safe zone, but instead I killed a person. So he feels so hesitant about himself, he killed himself. So as if he created a $1 billion blunder, but it is not actually, but that is his realization. So this kind of and then their top boss, he says, he salutes him, oh what a soldier I had, I lost him. And this kind of emotional storytelling creates meaning about the meaning of sacrifice for others, and that creates a lot of satisfaction. Learn and practice meditation, which helps to engage our emotional experiences more deeply. Yes, when you are, I often advise people, when you are in a state of disturbance, turmoil, emotional turmoil, just sit down for a while, close your eyes, just look straight and think about any God, say for examples that you think the most loved one in your life, and take a deep breath. Probably after few seconds you will realize it is so calm, so tranquility all around, and that kind of feeling will bring you to a zone, a comfort zone. Maybe you will feel that 50% an emotional pent up energy has gone out of you. So this, and many times that's why the many yoga practitioners are now engaged in this kind of thing, how to calm down your body, how to spiritually connect yourself with a kind of realized self, where you feel that, oh my God, what I am getting out of these conflicts or this emotional fight with each other. So let's give up and come down to a comfort zone. So this kind of deep sense of feeling through meditation will resolve most of our inner conflicts. So resolving inner conflicts, through meditation, yoga, and other exercises, other physical exercises also even. Say for examples like other exercises, particularly the yogic exercises are more effective. So like say for like one exercise is very famous called pranayam. So this takes care of both mental and physical. Mental means related to mind exercises, and physical, it creates a kind of cleanness with your total nervous systems, inner neural networks takes place. So a person suffering from any kind of it is biological, any kind of psychosomatic diseases, we often say that it cures many of the diseases, like say for constipation, indigestion, etc., etc. So any kind of stomach related diseases, and it cleans, or it also gives you a kind of mental peace within yourself. So these are some of the techniques in that are in general very helpful in establishing one's happiness and well-beings. So thank you very much for your kind patience listening this class on emotional intelligence, positive psychology, and happiness. So these are some of the assignments. I would like to place on. Can you find out? Can you examine can you examine the interconnectedness between emotional intelligence, positive psychology, and happiness and well-being? Question 2. How do life enhancement strategies improves one's well-being? Examine one by one. Examine one by one by suitable examples. Question 3. How to create a culture of workplace well-being. Workplace well-being. Critically examine the role of blissful workplace. Is it possible to create an emotionally intelligent organization? Emotionally intelligent organization, comment and project your views. Question number 5. What do you mean by sustainable happiness? Examine the model and explain the relevant factors with scientific evidence. So, these are some of the questions to begin with, question number 1 to question number 5. So, if you possibly answer these questions, you will develop an overall understanding of the interconnectedness between emotional intelligence, happiness and positive psychology. Yes, one more important area is called the role of positive psychology. Role of positive psychology. Positive psychology in the development of one's happiness and well-being. So, how different agents of positive psychology, say for examples like positive emotions, positive traits and positive institutions, how these three they contribute towards the development of one's happiness and well-being, finally developing a positive community and positive society. That will be very interesting to realize the applications of positive emotion, what we call otherwise emotional intelligence, in the framework of human happiness and well-being. So, with this note I conclude these sessions. Maybe when we come back we will discuss about in specifically how emotional intelligence is helpful in developing a positive leadership, how emotionally intelligent leader can cater meaningfully towards their organizations for enhancing employees' commitment, performance and productivity. Thank you very much.